Hi everyone, I'm hopeful that all you'll be fine. In this session, we will learn how we can actually receive or bind the Zoom webhooks, okay? Or we can say Zoom events. Okay, events means any operation on your Zoom account will be trigger a payload where you want to be received on a real time during the real time, okay? So for that, we must be need to create an endpoint, okay? So we say a post, okay? So on that endpoint, Zoom will directly post the payload and you can receive what action has been performed on your Zoom account, okay? So basically, those operations will be in the form of either those will be a pre operations or pre actions, okay? Like let's suppose we are taking an example that someone is going to create a meeting, okay? So that meeting creation is a pre process or pre action, okay? And if someone is going to access the reports, either someone is going to download the recordings, that means it is a post operation, okay? And let's suppose we are taking another example. So first one was pre and reports was the post operation or post action. And in operations, either we can say, let's suppose we take an example that if you have already hosted a meeting and during the meeting someone have sent a chat message inside the meeting chat, so that's the in meeting process, or we can say this to in operation, okay, or in action. So this these all type of actions or events you can receive at your API, where you can bind the Zoom webhooks or Zoom events, okay? So for that, we first need to create a post endpoint, okay? So here we say API Zoom and we say events, okay? And here we say async and request response, okay? And so all these triggers or events will be on a real time. Zoom will send those on a real time, okay? So let's suppose, as I already mentioned, in meeting operation or in operation, call the during the meeting someone have sent a message, then we will receive that message exactly inside the payload where we will find that uh, chat message received webhook or event, okay? So here we have a created API Zoom events, okay, endpoint on our API, and then we just need to response back. So we say return JSON, and here we say received true, okay, and here we just need to console log, and we say here event is received, and we get that from request.body.event, okay? So we are just here in this session, I'm just logging those event data, but it is totally up to you where you want that data to be stored, or you are going to use for the reporting or whatever usage you have. So for the demonstration, I'm just only logging that data regarding the events, okay? So first we need to create an endpoint, okay, on our API, and then we need to redirect the marketplace, okay, where we have a OAuth app. So we say marketplace.zoom.us, and then we need to click on manage, okay, and just click on your app and just go to the features, and inside features you have an event subscription, you can see, okay? So just click on that, add event subscription, just name it, okay? And then you must be bind a URL, so that URL will be a live URL that can be accessed on the internet anywhere, okay? So for that, we are currently building sessions on a local machine. Then we can use a tool called ngrok, okay? So I'm going to open the terminal, and then I'm just calling ngrok HTTP, and I'm binding the port for my system. So here we can see ngrok will give us a URL. So you can install either ngrok, either you have a package for the npm called local tunnel, okay? So you can also install that. So I must be name that here. You can either use ngrock, either you can use local tunnel. Maybe there will be more tools available in the market, but I used these two, okay, for the local testing purpose. Okay, then just need to, we are just going to copy the URL with the HTTPS. So we just copy from here and then navigate to the marketplace portal, and here we say API, Zoom, and events. Okay, so this is the relative path. We have created the endpoint here. Okay, and just need to add the events. So I'm just only setting the event meeting created. So let's see. So here's the meeting created, and I am also binding the meeting starting and meeting. Okay, and done. And I'm just saving that. Okay, you can see we have a binded the event, and you can see here there is a verification token. Okay, so there this token is for the security purpose. Okay, for that endpoint you must be checked before receiving any payload. On that endpoint you must be verified that the exact payload or request is coming from the Zoom only. Okay, so for that purpose you first need to copy the token. So you can say here copy this and just place that inside the environment variable. So here we need to create a variable called Zoom event verification. I can say event token. Okay, and paste it here, save. And we will place a breakpoint, and I will show you that how you can compare that. Okay, so let's continue, and then just navigate and start your API. So basically currently it is running on port 4000. So you can see here it is a port 4000. That's why I binded here port 4000. Okay, so you can see the localhost port 4000. See here it is localhost port 4000 binded to this endpoint. Okay, now just we need to install the app first. So we call the authorize endpoint. So we call localhost port 4000 API Zoom authorize, and we have successfully authorized. And now just log into that account and create a meeting. Okay, I think we have placed a breakpoint already. So let's see. Okay, we have a breakpoint. Now just click on schedule a meeting and just save it. Okay, and wait. Hopefully that event will be received. Okay, still that is not received. Maybe sometime ngrock is the problems. I think we need to stop and let's start once again. Okay, and need to change the URL. Okay, so we need to navigate back to the marketplace, features, edit, and just change the base URL. Save it. I think inside the allowed URL we must be had this URI, because that's why we are facing the problem. So API Zoom events, continue, and now recheck it. So we have now, let's create another meeting. Okay, so schedule, save. Now we can see Let me check. We have authorized this user and must be click on manage added apps. So we have authorized. Okay. I think we have a binded meeting. Let's start the meeting. Okay, you have seen that once meeting has started, and you can see here we have received meeting started, and you can also see the payload further. So you can see the payload, and inside the object we have a meeting ID. So it is a 946, and you can see that here it is 946. So meeting started event is successfully we have received. And for the security purpose, you can see inside the request, and inside the request you have headers. Okay, so you can see here raw headers. I think we can get the directly headers collection. So I think this is a raw headers we get from there. So you can see a raw headers authorization, and you can get the token here. You can see. So this is the access token. Okay, and you compare that with this. So you can compare request raw headers, and you can compare. So this is the same token as we have already set it. So you just compare that token, okay, with the token we have got from the marketplace, okay, and compare that, and you will be overcome the security issues regarding the receiving the event. Okay, we are keep continuing with the events. I am going to end the session, and in next session we will also bind further more events, and we will deep dive with the webhooks also. Okay, so if you have any query regarding the session, then just please place your queries on a video comment section. Either you can share your suggestions and queries via my shared contact details. Take care. Bye bye.